Welcome to our series of discussions on health with Dr. Jaffer. I'm Dr. Jaffer, and we take care of mainly geriatric patients, which is 65 and above. But the advice we want to give you will be relevant for all of you and will change your destiny. The most important point I want you to understand today is that the most valuable gift you will ever get is your body. It's a wonderful machine, and as doctors we are continuously fascinated every day by the new discoveries of what this wonderful gift you have received does for you in different aspects, in different areas of your body. And together it works as one system, mind, body and soul. And we have discovered that your health is really a reflection of what you do with it, and you are the boss of your destiny. And diseases happen, bad things happen, accidents happen, and how long you live we don't know, but as long as you're alive you have the capacity and the ability to affect your life and to monitor the destiny of your wellness. Up to now medicine has been geared towards sickness. In the olden days you only went to a doctor because you were sick, and then you probably never saw him or her again. And then lately we have been interested in keeping you in terms of prevention, catching diseases early. And now we are moving even further to say, why do diseases happen? For example, up to today we don't know why blood pressure happens, why diabetes really happens. I know genetically you can get it transmitted and this and that, and your obesity and whatnot. But why did your body go wrong? Because your body is reinventing itself every day. The only thing you are born with the same is your brain cells. Your skin is changed in a month, your blood is changed in 3 months, and your body is remodeled. So most of your cells are new. They may get older, they may get blemished, they may have wrinkles or lose hair like mine, but still it is a new body. You have the ability to rejuvenate yourself. It's a phenomenal capacity when you think about it. The animals in the lower chain, they can even lose a tail like a lizard and make a new tail. So we have that capacity. We even regenerate our liver cells and we do all those things. And we are wondering, why does the body fail? Why does the body fail in monitoring itself and make cancers? Why do cancers happen when your immune system is constantly monitoring every cell in your body, billions of cells? And yet, if there is a bad one, it is destroyed. Then for some reason it ignores one area of the body that is multiplying indiscriminately, and you find that you have a cancer which is growing uncontrolled and just multiplying with no control at all from your body or any effect from your immune system to stop it. So we are discovering now in the medical science that really we have so much to discover our body. We have just barely scratched the surface. But we do know something from looking at people who live long. People like who? The centenarians. People who live to be 100. Where are they? Okinawa, Sardinia, or you look in Loma Linda, or in California, or you look in the Hunzas of Tibet. These people really live long. And why? And they live long with vitality and vigor and vim. What is it that they do? We have found out a few things. So I have put up 10 pearls of longevity, which you can always get it. If you call our office, we'll mail you one. And I think the TV people will sort of show you this in a more effective manner. But there are 10 pearls, so I will discuss for the first part of our lecture 5 of them to see what can you do to change your destiny. Because the best doctor you have, in my opinion, is you. Nobody knows your body better than you do. And once you realize that even if I become the richest person in the world, I cannot buy a new body. That realization is so vital for you, because you will start looking at your body in a much different light. We today as Americans, we take better care of our cars and our homes. Ironically, they are replaceable, but your body isn't. So the moment you realize how valuable and how precious this body is, we expect you to start looking at your body in a whole different light. Now, so what are the things that make these people live to be 100 with very good health, vitality? What is it? we have found out the foremost and the most important criteria has been attitude. Attitude is perhaps the most important criteria of the people who live long, healthy lives. They continuously look at the bright side of life. Anything may happen to them, somebody may say something to them, something bad may happen to them, or a calamity, but they always find a way to look at the brighter side of life. So for you, from today, you will refuse to be mired in negativity. Anything happens, somebody says something bad, somebody does something bad, you will look at the good side. You will just forgive them for maybe they're having a bad day. Somebody does something bad happens, you say maybe it's for the better, maybe it makes me change my direction. So, attitude, your glass must always be half full, never half empty. Look at the positivity of life. And you must realize that nobody has the power to make you unhappy. That power only belongs to you. Situations happen, the cards you are dealt with in life are not of your choice, but how you handle them is your choice. And I want you from today to embark on that attitude change where you will refuse to be mired in negativity. Now we'll discuss this a little later in detail, but I'll go to number 2 now. And what is it that makes these people to live to be 100 and be vibrant and active and full of vim and vigor? These people are physically active. Every human being must walk 10,000 steps every day. Now that equals to about 2 miles a day. If you walk 2 miles a day every day, you will have had your body rush around your blood. Your blood is the most vital entity in your body. It heals you, fixes you, and rejuvenates you. So when your blood is rushing around, it's really doing its job. But if you're sedentary, which most of us Americans have become, very sedentary. We have cars, elevators, remote control. We have become extremely sedentary. In the olden days, let's say 10,000 years ago, what were you? You were most likely a farmer. You were from dawn to dusk. What were you doing? You were walking, pushing, pulling, lifting, digging, farming. And you were physically very, very involved. So within a couple of hours, you had done your 2 miles worth of work. Now, in our sedentary lifestyles, we don't. So either you find something to do artificially for an hour every day, or you engage in activities. Like for example, if you go to a grocery store, park your car far, take an extra round in the grocery store. If you go to a building with elevators, don't use the elevator, use the stairs. That's the whole idea, where you do things. I even tell my older patients, when you're sitting down watching TV and there's a commercial break, get up and down 5 times. You'll improve your quadriceps, your thigh muscle strength. You lose that strength, you end up in a wheelchair and nursing home. Now that ain't fun. You don't want to end up in a wheelchair or nursing home. That's not life. So many of you have got your minds intact and you don't want to end up in a nursing home. So that's one thing you must decide today, that you're going to live as long as you're given life, but you're going to live it with vim and vigor and vitality and not end up as a cripple, because you have the power to change your destiny, and I want you to exercise that power. Now, a lot of people join gyms. I have a lot of insurance companies I work with. They even give free membership to my seniors. So I want you to do something that will change your exercise schedule. What will that be? You start getting a partner. Go walking with them. Simple. Start with walking. You only need a nice pair of sneakers. Make sure in your lunch break, instead of just sitting down, you go for a walk. You do things. Find ways. Some people like playing games, tennis or racquetball, or go and play soccer, whatever. Some go jogging. You want to find your own passion and vary it out. A lot of people, I would strongly recommend, especially as you get older, to be doing some weight training. People's muscles become very weak, and weak muscles are harbingers of decay. Most of the seniors, what happens to a senior woman? She gets osteoporosis, she falls down, she breaks her bone. A tremendous destiny. You want to avoid that? Start making your muscles strong. You are strong, you have balance. You have balance, you don't fall down easily. You are strong, also your body gets a message that you ain't over the hill, and makes you and keeps you young. I told you how your body responds to your mind and body cues. This is your mind, is your mental attitude, and what you do with your physical body, it will tell you. Now a lot of you are deconditioned. That means you are really in a bad shape just now. And if you start exercising, I guarantee you, your back will hurt, your knees will hurt, everything will hurt. And you'll say that Dr. Jaffer lost his hair, maybe he's lost his mind too. But I guarantee you, in 4 to 6 weeks, you will get conditioned. Your muscles will get a message that you're not going to let up, and it takes only 1 month to make a habit. So you'll develop a very good habit of exercising almost every day. I would recommend you do 7 days a week. I do that. I've become addicted to it, and I find it a great pleasure. My energy level has gone up, and I feel much more vibrant than I did, let's say, 20 years ago. So my strong advice to you is take up something and stick to it, and rotate and make variations so you don't get bored. But you must. Weight training and aerobic activity, which is physical, walking, cycling, running, jogging. And you adopt that in your life, I guarantee you'll never look back. You'll have so much more vigor and vitality, you'd be surprised. Now that was number 2. Now number 3 is the big problem in America. Obesity has really blossomed in our country. We have become almost 30% all obese. Our children are becoming obese. Our children are getting diabetes. Can you believe that? Children getting type 2 diabetes, which is unheard of before. It's because we have just let ourselves supersize all what we eat. We have really gone out of control. Our food portions have really enlarged to exorbitant levels. If you go other parts of the world where people are not so chubby, you'll notice they eat much less than us. So now if you go to a restaurant, cut your food in half. The other half is for your partner or a doggy bag. Start helping yourself less. Use smaller plate. And a lot of us, we eat too fast. It takes half an hour for my stomach to tell my brain I had enough. But if I wolf it down, by the time I realize I'm overfull and I feel, oh, I overate. Because most likely I ate too fast. If you can slow down your eating, it will be the greatest gift you can ever give yourself. And number 3, just by having a smaller plate, you may reduce your intake by 20-30% without even realizing it. And another point is very good, is put your fork down. After every morsel, put your fork down. It will slow you down. You can go and check mail in the meantime if you like. You delay your eating period. So the longer it is, you'll notice sometimes you're eating and you get a phone call, you answer it, you come back, you ain't hungry anymore. That's what happens. You had enough and your brain got the message, hey, enough calories, we don't want any more. Because remember, if it's simple mathematics. If I take more calories than I need, it goes to my warehouse. You know where our warehouse is. When men put it in the stomach first, women put it in their thighs first, and then it's everywhere. And that's the biggest disease we have, is obesity. And another thing I found that it's the lifestyle also. It's we eat because other people are eating. It's lunchtime and everybody's eating. And I may not be hungry, but because you're eating, I'm eating. I stand in the line and I'll put everything on the line for cafeteria, or other people are eating in the lunchroom, I just eat. Or if my family is eating, if I'm not hungry, I'll eat it. So you must ask yourself, am I really hungry? Half the time we're thirsty, especially in South Florida, where it's so warm and so hot here. So you take a glass of water, you'll be surprised. You might not even be that hungry. And take a lot of fiber. We don't. Our fibers are missing, and I'll talk about in number 4. But we really don't take enough fruits and fiber, and occupy our system with foods that are not so high loaded in calories. So, and then we'll go to, so that's for you managing your weight. And that's segue into number 4, which is your food. What do we eat? We are really very poor in our diet. We have just adopted 5 to 10 different dishes, and we just eat those. And we do not really concentrate on what good we're eating. I'll talk a lot about this more when we come back after the break. But the beauty of your nutrition is that look at yourself as if you bought a very expensive car, which requires premium gasoline. You will not put diesel in it. You'll put premium. Why? You don't want to wreck the car up. The trouble with most of us is we treat our bodies like garbage cans, and we just stuff things in it that are bad for our body. So today that you have realized that this is the most valuable gift you have been given, and your body is a precise and a very beautiful machine that has to be given the right type of fuel, you need to put the right fuel in it. So what is the right fuel? Remember, you were created with all the bounties you need around you. Are you partaking in that? If you go to Publix or any grocery store, you'll find in the fruit section, in the grocery section, every vegetable, different colors and different varieties. Do we consume all of them? No. And remember, everyone has got something special to contribute to you. So I would request you from now on to become a very wide forager, to have a diet that really transcends your narrow spectrum of foods that you are eating. Eat more fruits and vegetables, wide variety of fruits. Put more veggies in your diet. We have become all carnivores. In the olden days, you only got an animal that you hunted once in a while. You're not eating meat every day. Now we've got Publix and Winn-Dixie, you got a meat every day on your table, maybe twice, thrice a day. So cut down the amount of flesh and eat more vegetables and fruits. Eat more whole grains. We process our food. You don't have to really eat processed food. White bread, white rice is a new invention. That's not how Mother Nature made it. Mother Nature made brown rice. Whole wheat and whole barley and whole grains were the way of life. But we've decided to take off the bran and just give you the white part. It's pure calories, pure carbs. They go into your body and they get absorbed and you get a big rush of sugar. That's how diabetes is being evoked. And I will talk about it later when we talk about diabetes. But you see, that's one of the biggest problems. You've got too much sugar coming in and your body says, what do I do with it? This guy is lazy. He sits on the sofa all day. So he puts in the warehouse. In the warehouse, you know where. Very soon, you know, this guy's got a big belly. He's got a big stomach. He's weighing pounds and pounds and pounds more. And this what happens is that we are not aware of what we are doing. And remember, fruits and vegetables have a big contribution to make. And the contribution is antioxidants. These are the factors that really change your destiny, that slow down the aging process, which we all are waiting for a cure and a panacea. But the beauty is that you have got the fountain of youth in your own hands, in your mouth. We literally dig our graves with our teeth. And if we become smart eaters, you'll be amazed at how your body responds. It takes a little time before you start seeing changes, but you'll be amazed at how young and vibrant you feel with just what you eat, just changing your diet. And they don't have to be drastic and dramatic changes. Make them slowly. You know, that make the changes come on slowly, and that'll change your destiny. And we'll come back after the break, and I want you to read my Pearls of Longevity, and you can get them if you don't have them, and you can always order them. But that will help you change your destiny. You know, everything happens. You can become a rich person. You can become very successful. But if you don't have good health, you don't have anything. And good health is the most valuable gift you ever have. You have it now. Let's preserve it. Let's maintain it. Let's enhance it and be the best of health you can ever have. Thank you.
Jaffer Medical Group, quality care for seniors. Immediate appointments, blood work and x-rays done in-house, quick referrals, complimentary consultation. We accept Humana, Care Plus, Coventry, Preferred Care, BCBS, and Medicare. We are located at 5 convenient locations in Broward: Memorial Hospital West in Pembroke Pines, Jaffer Medical Center in Weston, Centrum Plaza in Pembroke Pines, Hollinsville Beach, and Jaffer Medical Center in Miramar. You can contact us for more information at 954-433-3114. Once again, 954-433-3114.
Hi, welcome back to Health with Dr. Jaffer. We were, in the previous time, we were talking about the Pearls of Longevity and how you can change your destiny. And we were talking about diet. And there's one very important thing in your diet that I want to bring back to was fluids. We don't drink enough. Most of us in Florida are running around like prunes. We are dehydrated. If you look at your pee-pee and it's yellow, you're not drinking enough. So that's a good measure of how well you're hydrated. Your urine should be really clear. If it's yellow, you're dehydrated. We don't drink enough water. And half the time we are thirsty, we think we are hungry, and we end up eating. So it's very important that you drink enough fluids. Also, another very important thing is that we eat, but we don't brush well, and we don't neglect our teeth. And tooth decay is a big problem. And we are now finding out in the medical science that the bacteria in your mouth may be responsible for a lot of problems throughout your body. They might be the guys who are the harbingers of inflammation in your arteries, which cause heart attacks and strokes. Can you imagine the implications? Just bad teeth, what they can do? Plus, it's not nice to be toothless or to have aching tooth or caries in your tooth or fillings and root canal. So none of us likes to go to a dentist, but you can avoid all those calamities by just taking care of your teeth. So I would request you that after every meal, you brush your teeth and floss. Like the dentist will tell you, you only floss the teeth you want to keep, because you will lose them if you don't floss them. So these are the few things we must do, especially for our processed foods and so on. We're even more prone to caries of our teeth, because it enhances and promotes the plaque formation. So take care of your teeth and your mouth, and also your tongue. We don't scrape it enough. It's full of bacteria, but we can talk about that a little later in the future programs. Then I'll go to number 5. It's about stress. My number 5 says, don't worry, reduce stress, meditate and relax more. Prayers help immensely. Be charitable and compassionate in all your dealings with everyone. This is a very powerful statement, really, I feel. Is that when you were in the jungles in the olden days and there was a lion chasing you, what happened to you? You developed stress in your body because your very existence was threatened. So you develop these hormones that are for stress, for fight or flight. Your adrenaline, your cortisol, your sugar is secreted. You're ready to really fight. Your blood thickens, so if you bleed, you will clot fast. But you're ready to fight that enemy. It could be a lion, it could be a warring fellow from another tribe. But it's survival, so that you don't die and you survive as a person in your own society. Now that response has stayed with us through all these millenniums. So today, if somebody cuts you off, or somebody says something bad to you, or you have a bad thought, you got a bad phone call, you invoke the same response as if that lion was chasing you. But you're sitting in your chair and you had the bad thought, or you had a bad conversation. But you got angry, you bristled over it, and you created the same response inside your body. But you're not doing anything. You're not running away from your enemy. You're not fighting. You're not doing anything physical. Now all this soup, this chemical soup that has been released, it eats you from inside out. And you do that several times a day, you really are damaging yourself inside out. And this is how you are oxidating yourself, how you are damaging yourself. So the antioxidants help a lot food-wise, which I told you earlier, in fruits and vegetables. But what you think affects you. So if I decide that nobody is going to spoil my day today, then I will not get so upset with the guy who cut me off. Maybe I will even go further and I'll say, maybe that guy is in a hurry. He needs to get somewhere fast. Maybe he's going to a hospital. Maybe it's an emergency, Suddenly my perspective of the whole cutoff is changed. So that's how I want you to respond to things that happen. We all have bad things happening in our lives. We all have people telling us things we don't like. We have things that people do or say that make us angry. But we have the power to respond in the right way that is better for me. Because if I think bad things about somebody, he might not even be in front of me, but I'm invoking the same stress hormones as if a lion was chasing me, and the guy who is causing me this doesn't even know how much harm he's causing to me because I'm doing it to myself. This is a self-inflicted wound. That's why stress today has become a very important factor in how we respond to diseases, how our immune system perks up or perks down or goes down and becomes vulnerable to diseases, viruses, cancers. So we are finding out that our mental state is so important in the well-being of our physical body. Remember, your whole body is a mind-body continuum. You can't dissociate one from the other. It's not just a machine. It's a machine that's thinking. It's connected. Every cell in your body is connected with each other. They talk. And therefore, any stress that you invoke here is felt in every cell in your body. And that's how we damage ourselves. That's why stress has become the most negative factors in our modern stressful lifestyles. So you can change that. You can't change your boss. You can't change what's happening to you, but you can change the way you respond. That's the power you possess. And a lot of people are spiritual. They pray. It's a very good idea. Even if you don't believe in anything, just believe in Mother Nature or whatever, but just having confidence that things do work out. There is a purpose. That things happen for a reason. You stop carrying the cross on your shoulder alone, and you feel that you're part of the destiny of life. And we are only here for a finite time. Maximum lifespan is about 120. The oldest woman today in America is 114 years old. So you know that we are here for a finite time. It's up to you, so that time you are here, you make it full of youthfulness, with laughter, with happiness. We don't laugh enough. We really don't laugh enough. We become a very serious nation. Children laugh 400 times a day. We maybe an average only 10 times. That is so sad, because laughter brings so much joy inside you. When you laugh and you smile, your soul laughs also. We have become serious. We take ourselves too seriously. We are too full of ourselves and our problems that we forget that there's a greater humanity out there. And if we do things for others, we feel so much better. That's why I feel compassion is such an important part of wellness. When you have compassion, when you see somebody who needs your help, you have no idea how good you feel. And please, find an opportunity to do something, because you're doing more for yourself than the recipient. We'll go to number 6. This is a big problem in America today. Smoking has become a big problem. I mean, people used to even advertise how smoking was advertised by doctors. Remember? 50, 60 years ago, doctors used to advertise, recommended by doctors. We all thought smoking maybe was a good idea. Lo and behold, we know how bad it is. It's one of the tremendous poisons in our modern society. We really poison our lungs, and we do more. People who smoke get more cancers, bladder cancer, aneurysms, lung cancers, 20 times more chances. And we clog our arteries, we get more atherosclerosis, which is clogging of the arteries. So why would I poison myself? The trouble is that there is a very powerful mechanism for advertising for you to become a smoker. It's a lot of peer pressure, and finally you get addicted. It's one of the most addictive things out there. Nicotine is very addictive. So nowadays, in the olden days, you had to stop cold turkey, but now you have help. You have gums and patches and pills. So please, the only successful quitters are people who decide first that this is for me, I'm not going to take this poison anymore, and I'm going to stop. And then they are successful. But if you do half-heartedly just for your spouse or for a friend, or your doctor says so, maybe you might not succeed. But you must make up your mind, because today I know you have made up your mind that you have the most valuable body, the most valuable gift, and you're not going to poison it with this smoke. So if you stop smoking, you've done a great favor. Other stimulants also, alcohol also kills brain cells and liver cells. A lot of people say alcohol is good, but if you just take little, if you take more, it does more harm. So I feel if you're not drinking, please don't. If you're drinking, cut it down into minimum or quit. I am not a fan, and I find that it's not a great benefit to you. Yes, we found out that the skin of the grapes contains resveratrol, which is the real good guy. So you can buy resveratrol tablets, or you can drink grape juice. And then we have multivitamins. It's a good idea. Take them. Vitamin D is a great idea. We're running short on that. Baby aspirin, number 7, baby aspirin. And then I have found out that we as Americans don't sleep well. Thanks to David Letterman, people used to keep up late. They found out because of that a lot of people didn't sleep well. But then late night shows. You remember, you need 7 to 9 hours of sleep. Don't compromise. I would strongly recommend you go to sleep the same time every night and wake up every day in the morning same time, even on weekends. There is no catch up. It doesn't pay off. Become a victim of your habit where you sleep same time, wake up same time. You will do your body the biggest favor. And people who don't get enough sleep get chubby. You secrete much more cortisol, which is a very chubbying hormone, and you pay a price for it. So why not get enough sleep? Your body really needs that sleep. Anyone sleeping below 7 hours really compromising, and you don't need more than 9 hours. Okay, so you don't even sleep more thinking it's good, more is better. So I would strongly recommend that become a good sleeper. You will change your destiny. You will stay slim and you will stay happy. You wake up in the morning, you got a lot of energy, and your brain functions better. What else? Enjoy your family, friends, and intimacy. With our modern lifestyles, we're becoming recluses, we're becoming lonely, we're becoming sequestrated in our own little environments, and we don't interact as a community. In the old days, it was a village. Now we become individual units. Reach out to people, make friends, go to your place of worship, make friends in your political environment or wherever, get to know people. When you are interacting with people, you secrete good hormones, the endorphins in your brain. I talked about spirituality and be thankful for your bounties of life. Also, another big baggage we carry in life is guilt. And people have done bad things to us and we don't forgive them. When you don't forgive somebody, you carry that stress in your body. So whenever you think about them, you invoke the same response as I told you about stress. So become a big fan of forgiveness. Forgive people. Because when you forgive them, you did yourself a biggest favor. And I want you to, from now on, believe and understand that you have the power over your destiny. And nobody can take that happiness away from you or the well-being from you. So I want to leave you with a request. When you wake up in the morning, think of all the good things in your life. We all have mortgages, we all have deadlines, but think the good things in your life. And then promise and thank God for it. Thank your Creator for it. You get into that attitude of gratitude. It's a wonderful attitude to be in. And then promise yourself that today nobody and nothing will spoil my day. It is the most powerful antidote to stress and prevention of a bad day. When you have that attitude, nobody can make you unhappy. Nobody can make you sad, because you have decided that you are a very blessed person. You have a great gift in life, and you're going to go forth and not allow any encumbrance to slow you down or to change your destiny. Then you become the master of your destiny. Then you eat right the whole day, you do your exercise, and you practice prevention. If you do all these things together, and all the 10 things that I've told you about, I feel you've really become the master of your destiny, and you change the way you feel, you live, and you prevail, as long as you're given life in this world. Thank you.